morning. Yes, good morning. Welcome to Mornings in Meridian. It's Wednesday, the 8th day of January. So glad you're here to hear the two best hours of local live talk radio. Best 2 hours because of you out there calling in, contributing, listening, and making it a great day for all of us. Who is us? I'm Roger B. Say hi to also Mr. Rob Atkinson.
It's going to be a fantastic morning.
Oh, he's got his Trump channel on. I love it.
It's going to be a wonderful day here in the Gulf of Meridian.
The Gulf of Meridian. Hey, I like it. Let's also welcome to the microphone Mr. Charles Frazier.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Obviously referring to the great comments of the president-elect.
You mean
Donald
that was
Trump.
a press conference yesterday? That was really a press conference yesterday?
Oh, let me tell you.
The media's like, what is this? I'm not
We
used
don't know what
this.
to do.
What is this?
I don't want to mess up
What
the
do we call this thing?
I don't want to mess up the negotiations, but there'll be hell all over the Mideast if they don't release the hostages by the 20th.
And then he got off talking about like showers and the water dripping and stuff like that.
No,
that
I
was
didn't hear that
bizarre.
part. Yeah.
Okay.
Showers and water dripping.
Yeah. He's
That's
like-
what a shower is, kind of. But
You know, they want to
Loving it.
regulate how
Loving
much water goes into your
geez.
washing
There we
machine.
go.
You know, we're going to fix that. We're going to, we're the Republican Party is
Right.
the party of common sense.
part of
like that.
cleanliness, sanitation.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
come
darn
on.
right. We're gonna be
You know,
extra
good
clean.
hygiene.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe we can start
Okay.
making some good washing machines again.
Well, that probably won't happen. But
I tell you what, my wife would love it. She gets,
planned obsolescence.
she
you know what I mean?
comments.
You got
She
10
comments
years.
frequently about our modern washing machine.
Energy efficient.
Well, actually, I tell you what she does. You know, she starts a load of clothes, right?
Yeah.
And she loves to do that. That's her thing. She loves
to do that.
She just
She can
says-
move to our house. I mean,
Yeah, she.
it's a free
she-
time. I
you
mean,
know,
yeah,
that
just-
might be good. She could do hours in the morning, come on to you in the afternoon.
come on down.
But the point is, you know, it's filling up, and the sink right next to her in the laundry room has a little hose nozzle. You know, you pull out, and you can. So she just adds water to it while it's filling.
There you go.
It's a brand new modern washing machine, and she's adding water to it as it fills.
Doesn't it overfill then, or
No.
like a sensor or something?
Finally
like
gets
that?
a decent amount of water in it.
See, we've got a front loader, so you can't really do that because you have to have the door open.
You
and
went-
then,
you went
it'd be
front loader.
messy.
And that's what Trump was talking about yesterday was that. And I'm
Front
like,
loaders.
wow, we went from the Gulf of America to washing machines and the shower drip, drip, drip,
Hey,
dripping.
you don't see the connection? They're both water.
Hey, you don't listen to
They're both water.
Greenland. You know, it's all Canada.
Hey, green, it's all connected. That's frozen water.
It is. That's true.
You got frozen water, you got dripping water, you got the Gulf water.
Now you got California that needs water.
Yeah,
You
a lot
know,
of
so,
it.
California, at least L.A., burning, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, woke up to that alert. We knew they were having some fires, but yeah, how about this 99-mile-an-hour wind stuff going on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whew.
Well, something I read this morning said that the fire is advancing 5 football fields, 500 yards per minute.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's pretty fast.
That's huge.
Yeah. Huge.
Now,
As Trump might say.
I don't wish ill on anybody, but, you know, it's just,
You think that's the wrath of God?
well, no,
I'm just asking. a
Get your
question.
life right.
Just putting that out there.
I didn't vote Democrat.
Don't blame us.
No. It's bad if people out
It's
there losing their
terrible.
homes.
It really
I
is.
do not
Sure.
wish ill on anybody like that. That's awful. But at the same time, it's kind of like when you build a nice little riverside cottage.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you build the riverside cottage where it's at.
Yeah, you better get some flood insurance.
You know where it's at? It's
Yeah.
by the river. It's like when you go down, I'm going to build a nice condo on the Gulf of Mexico, America, whatever you want to call it.
Mississippi.
But,
Landmass.
but you know when you build
Right.
it, what happens there.
Yeah.
So when you move to California and you build a house, or you have a season of mudsliding, or you have a season of hot fires,
Yeah.
you know where you're building it, right?
Well, here's my question.
So where is a good place to build? Anybody know? Hey, right here, Mississippi.
It's
Well, no, we have houses burning too.
Is California going to be able to afford all of this because they're broke basically? They're going to
Don't
have to.
Oh, I think we'll bail them out.
The federal government will
I think-
swoop in and help again.
No, they could borrow money from Ukraine because Ukraine's got a lot of
that's
money.
right.
You know, maybe get a loan.
That's
Hey,
right.
Zelensky, can you spare a couple of million?
Didn't you read between the lines when President Biden said we've offered California all any federal help we can possibly do, whatever we can
course.
supply. So,
Which they ran out of money already with FEMA. So how much would that
I was going to ask.
we got like $37 in the account.
What about
maybe?
FEMA,
Would that help?
Yeah,
Would you like that?
what about those people in North Carolina? Did you help them?
Yeah, well,
Just asking.
last year, if you were to go back and look at the map, that is a red state.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes
Now,
sense.
what I mean.
California
That's how
is
they
a blue
voted,
state,
you know.
so
Yeah.
they gonna get some help.
we're going to get theirs. Yeah.
They're gonna get some help.
Well, they better get it before the 20th because,
Well, that's what they've got to do. They've got to make something happen in the next week.
well, and they
a half.
do really need help. I mean, we are making fun of that, but, there are a lot of people who are in need, regardless of how they voted. They are American citizens.
All right, now, granted that, okay? Granted that.
Yes.
All right, now, I'm in Mississippi.
I know where you
Should,
are.
heaven forbid,
all
tornado comes and smashes my house to the ground, are they going to be rushing in with federal help for me?
Nope.
Well, now, don't they? Doesn't FEMA actually?
FEMA has been
I
here
guess
before
it depends
during a
on
tornado.
the
or after-
severity of
after a
it, because
tornado.
obviously there's local things, state government that can help, and other agencies. But I think it depends on the severity. How many people
And if they do
affected,
come
and
in,
the
what does that
total
help look like? $750? Here's a little something to help you buy some milk and bread.
FEMA was, I mean, they
Milk and bread.
they didn't. The response for Katrina, I know personally, was
right.
obviously everything was delayed. But they did actually help some people in the end. But it took a long time. But I don't think they were prepared for that kind of a situation. I don't think anybody was.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? Who knows what that help looks like? I think it varies based on each individual circumstance.
See, I would like to know.
There's no standard.
One
though.
of us
Like,
needs
if
to
your
get a
house is
job at
destroyed, you get
FEMA.
$1,000. I mean, who knows? I don't
We
know
need to
what
get
that
a job at FEMA and just see how they do this thing.
But it's all about emergency funds, okay? Assuming insurance would kick in within the next couple of months. Here's $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is, to
Yeah.
go get a hotel room or whatever you need to be, housed.
housed until-
appropriately,
We
and
can't
maybe-
get the hotel room because the illegals are in it.
Oh, it's true. They're all full. Sorry.
No, we
I got a tent I can get you. How about that?
I got a nice tent from Coleman that
Still
looks
got a bunch
great.
of campers, I think,
Yeah.
left over from Katrina.
Well, I was going to say, that's one thing that we saw FEMA. They went swiftly into action and paid somebody to build a lot of these little
somebody
trailers.
made some money on that.
Well, yeah, and so that somebody could stack them in their fields and store them forever and then,
Smelled
redistribute
like
them.
formaldehyde. You remember
And
that?
then the
That was a
formaldehyde, so
weird
it's
thing.
like, well, of course.
formaldehyde?
Look, I've lived in a mobile home before.
you?
It doesn't smell normal.
Okay. Yours didn't, or just in general they don't?
In
smell?
general, they
oh,
don't.
okay.
Now ours didn't. I think is because of the waste. The trash can, the clothes hamper were pretty close together. I don't know.
But the laundry is being done constantly.
Well, no,
Debbie-
not when I was a
that's-
kid.
Oh, I see. That was before Debbie came into the business.
that was pre-Debbie. That's right.
Pre-Debbie. PD.
601-485-9191. We're off to start here this morning. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
I was just, when you were talking about that smell, I remember my dad bought a Winnebago probably in 1978 or 79.
Oh, with the
And
big
we
W
took
on
it-
the side. That's the ones with the big W on the side.
Exactly. And we took it to Oxford for a football game.
Mm.
And I remember my mom saying, everybody's eyes are burning. We had all the windows open. It was about 20 degrees outside. But everybody's eyes were watering up and burning because of the formaldehyde in there.
So that was the thing back then.
It's those new manufactured products there. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but
Well, that's how they
it,
preserve pigs and stuff.
It's
you know?
gotta-
Formaldehyde, for
I'm
high
not
school
sure why they
biology.
put formaldehyde in buildings like that.
Well, it's
Well,
not
how
really a building, but
did you figure out why they put formaldehyde in the Winnebagos?
I think we should Google it.
I think it's like some kind of stuff they spray on the floor and on the seats and the cushions to try to keep it from getting mold, I guess, or
Okay.
trying to protect the fabric and
Yeah.
I guess give it that new smell. I don't know.
Well, they certainly protect the fabric because people can't sit on it and stay in it. So they,
Get out of here.
hey, we'll be outside in
that
the
one.
camp chair.
Just left North Carolina, I guess about a week and a half ago. We just got back from over
Yeah.
there on Christmas, and we drove up to Boone. My sister lives in South Carolina, and my brother-in-law actually works for the North Carolina Emergency Management,
Oh,
the state of North Carolina.
he could tell us how FEMA worked too, couldn't he?
Well, he said that FEMA basically is in one spot, and they're not reaching out. There's still a lot of people that haven't got help, and they never will. It's just like they're avoiding trying to help them, and mainly because it's like the same thing that happened with the train derailment in Ohio. They all vote Republican mainly. It's a red state, so there's no need to help them anymore.
Wow.
But I'm wondering how these fires in Malibu and in California, I'm wondering how FEMA's going to help these people. If you see any difference in, the way they're treated. But it's kind of strange that these fires just spark up out of nowhere in California.
Let's see.
Time now.
This is California. This is L.A. County. This is probably but the bluest of the blue. I think they're going to get a lot of ready assistance here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think, and part of that is going to be because they're going to look at the total value of the property that's been destroyed, and those homes are not cheap, let's be honest. And
multi-million.
Exactly. And so you've got billions of dollars worth of property damage because it's a very highly populated, dense area. And so you're going to look at the price tag and say, oh, well, as a percentage or whatever the formula they use, we've got to give them X billion dollars or whatever that's going to be, as opposed to North Carolina, which is quite rural. And so even though the damage was as severe and affected people in a similar way, you don't have that same big dollar amount, I don't think, on those. And that's going to be the difference.
Movie stars, a lot of the movies, like James Woods, Michael Keaton, they gave off a list of names of Hollywood stars whose houses have been burned down. One movie star had 4 homes that was burned down. So,
now wait. Okay, just listen to that phrase.
4 homes.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm not feeling bad for him.
I do not like anybody who I have people dear and near who have had loss by fire, and I don't wish that on anybody. But now you're talking about somebody who has 4 properties.
4 properties. Yep.
Now you say, well, he might be renting or leasing them out, right?
It could be investment. Yeah.
It could be investment.
Yeah, but they also said that they're not underwriting any more fire insurance for the people that live in that area. So that's to be seen. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, that's like the coast where they don't underwrite hurricane insurance, for a lot of the properties down along the coast here. At least they didn't for a while.
Yeah.
Because
with the open border, and they know the Santa Ana winds are picking up to 90, 99 miles an hour, and you're a terrorist sent by China or Iran, all you got to do is light a bush and move out of the way, and destruction galore.
The burning bush.
So I don't know if a lot of this stuff is set on purpose, because when I was growing up, you heard of fires in California every once in a while, but now it's like every other weekend there's major fires in California. And I always, we own land, we have a pine farm, and we always do prescribed burning. I'm like, I can't believe they don't ever do any type of prescribed burning up in those hills up there.
I remember years and years ago, my father-in-law was working in Palmdale or somewhere over there where Lockheed has a plant. He worked here, and then they went out there to do something with learning, training, or something like that. And the hotel they was in they were asking them to give up their rooms for some of the more well-heeled movie stars, because I can't remember if it was for fires or for flood. It might have been mudslides. I'm not sure, but anyway, they were asking if they could possibly consolidate and see if some of these people, because there weren't any rooms. They were trying to get everybody in rooms. But now this was happening.
With you.
Now we're talking like 30 years ago.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I don't remember if it was fire or flood. I'll have to check that story out. Fact check. I got to fact check the story.
It seems to me that FEMA would look at the assets of the person who's been affected by these disasters and say, okay, you've got $1 million in the bank. I think that you don't need our aid at this point. This is emergency aid to get somebody housed so that they're not out in the elements, sleeping by the side of the road. Obviously, that requires a little more research and a little more, digging into the person's individual finances. But still, if you've got the resources to house yourself, go get yourself a hotel room or stay in your 5th house, maybe. If you got 4, get the 5th. You know what I mean?
My East Coast home.
Right, the East Coast. Yes, the East Coast home, the Hamptons. But,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's the same excuse they use to give illegals money. They don't have money, they don't have a place to live, so let's give them a credit card and a free place to live. That's the excuse they use for illegals, but they don't use that in North Carolina. And I heard a lot of the problem was a lot of people from the hurricane-affected areas went to that area and bought hotel rooms thinking it would be safe in that area. And then when the mudslides came and all the stuff, when you went through North Carolina, you would see beautiful hardwood forests that were just completely wiped off the side of a mountain. All the trees laying, in one direction. It was it was unbelievable, the tragedy.
Yeah.
And you could see watermarks on people's homes, like halfway up their home. But those people, once they were out and didn't have a place to live, they went to hotels, and they were already booked from people fleeing the hurricane. So that's what really made the disaster worse.
Yeah, the hotels get booked up, and you can talk to this probably. Well, you had family you evacuated too from Katrina, but
Well, I think we see it every time there's a hurricane anywhere in the Gulf.
You've got all the responders who are taking up the hotel rooms because the government.
they're coming south, right?
Government comes in, buys up a whole
true.
block of hotel rooms, and then you can't use them because they're being used by the people that are responding to the tragedy. So you really got
that's part of it, but also the people who are escaping the tragedy.
And some of those,
so you've got a double demand.
But then those who have to escape have to go even further,
right,
to get a place. Anyway, the point is,
they go buy a trailer.
I have never had to evacuate that I can. Well, I mean, I had property in Destin, but it wasn't my full-time resident.
Okay.
We lost a home to Frederick in 1979 that we had in Gulf Shores. It was, one of those old school homes that we inherited. It was from the 30s.
Yeah.
And it was one of those old beach homes there. But it was great as a kid because every summer my parents would take us down there. We'd stay down there the whole summer. And then once it was gone, the fun ended.
That's the secret, really. Build something cheap enough that you can easily replace it when it gets washed away.
A shack.
Absolutely.
A shack. Oh yeah, that's me. Give me a shack along the seashore, and I'll get out when the hurricane comes.
Pina
But
colada,
when it comes back,
shack.
I'll come back and build it back and wait for the next one.
All right.
Anyhow,
All right, fellas.
good call.
Good
Thank you for
morning.
that. Yep. Appreciate it. Thanks for the phone call. It's Mornings in Meridian. Of course, if for some reason your car gets burned up in California or it gets washed away in a hurricane down the coast, that's no problem because they make more. And I'll tell you right now, when it comes to Toyota, not all Toyota dealers are created equal.
That's right. Not all dealerships of all cars are created equal, for that matter. But, of course, Doc's Toyota, just take that short drive up to Philadelphia, or even easier, just go to your website or their website, docstoyota.com, and you can look at all of their brand-new 2025 inventory. Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras, Highlanders, Priuses, Prii, and the Land Cruisers as well. Good-looking vehicle there. They also have a very large, some might say, huge selection of pre-owned inventory. All been through their rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process, so you know you're getting a good quality used vehicle. Of course, Toyota, brand new Toyota's #1 in reliability. We all know that. They're just great cars. And, of course, their service department up at Doc's is second to none. If you need your car serviced, take it up there. Fast, friendly, efficient, and they'll get it done.
All right, for all of you folks that believe that Elvis is still alive, he turns 90 today.
Let's go rewind. We got to do the tagline.
Well, we didn't do that.
I'm sorry.
There's
Oh.
all kinds of deals.
Wait your turn.
There's the deal of the Elvis deal. Nah, it's not even a deal.
Well,
Who
you
knows
get a
what
little
that
miniature
is?
Elvis or
Oh,
something.
do you really?
Something
Miniature?
like that.
Okay.
Or one of his recordings.
Anyway, every dealership has a deal, but you know what? There is
No deal like a Doc's deal.
Okay, your turn.
Well,
right,
I'm
now,
sorry.
what about
I
Elvis?
jumped in.
Go on. He
Well,
was
no,
90
he
or
turns
something.
90 today.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Elvis, born on this day in 1935.
He's around somewhere.
Well, thank you very much. So we'll have to dig in the record stack today. Play a little bit of Elvis Presley.
Okay, we'll do it. Yeah,
in honor of his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, so yeah, isn't that pretty cool?
About Elvis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess
He could still be around.
I don't think he is. They have a whole Dead Elvis week in Memphis.
Oh,
In
really?
August. Yeah. Yeah, I told you about that.
Of course, that's his death date. Yeah, August.
Well, they have a vigil. They have a
16,
candlelight
17.
vigil.
Yeah,
in Graceland.
So have you gone up and experienced that?
I
vigil?
have. I think I told you the story that I was
Well,
actually.
when you told me, I
security
must not have been
removed
paying
me.
attention.
Yeah, security removed me from the candlelight vigil one year. So
They did.
they did. Yes.
They removed you.
Yes, I was. Right.
Were you
escorted
young
off
and-
the premises?
You were young and crazy. Or-
Yes, I was. So anyway, my younger years.
But see, that's something. That's a story. You can hold that with you. You can tell that. I was.
I want to tell my
escorted-
kids. Yeah.
I was
so, anyway.
escorted off of Graceland.
Right.
You were actually on the property,
I was at the candlelight vigil.
and you were escorted off.
Yes, and there's a little bit of alcohol involved, and a candle, and a candle, and the program guide, which you put paper and candle together, and they really don't work well. So anyway,
You could have burned down Graceland.
yeah, well, I was
You could've-
outside, so I don't think that would have happened.
It
But
could have
anyway.
been you. Well, Graceland burned to the ground. Responders were not able to.
But a lot of people take that thing seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
yeah. You
you know
found
what I
that
mean?
out, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Anyway,
If you told me that story, I don't remember it.
that's all right.
I'm going to pay more attention to you when you talk. It's,
Why would you do that?
Why would I
come
do
on
that?
now. What a waste of time.
it's
All
like
right.
my wife said, hear a word I said. I said,
Huh?
I did
What?
hear you just say I didn't hear a word you
Yes,
said.
That's the
Called
part I heard.
selective hearing.
I heard that. Don't you?
We all have it.
Don't accuse me of having
The
bad
longer
hearing.
you're married, the more selective it becomes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, you have this importance filter. You listen to things and you
Right.
kind of gauge the level of their
Like,
importance.
is that important? And then I
Yeah.
usually choose wrong.
Do
And
I-
I'm like,
how-
how I miss it.
How much do I have to split my attention away from this ball game and listen to what she's saying, or this movie or TV news
Right.
out? And then you find out.
I
Well, I
miss-
told you that yesterday. Weren't you listening?
Right.
Oh,
I misjudged. I didn't think that was important.
My mind didn't. It didn't put it in the important category.
Didn't tell me. The tone wasn't there.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. little bit of Elvis Presley. That's in honor of his birthday today. And also kind of in honor of the late Tommy Rose. He'd like to hear some Elvis Presley. That was, of course, Rose Mobile Home back in the day. Yeah. Let me get your mic there. But there you go. Yeah.
You know, when I hit the mic, I'm really pretending like I'm hitting you. But
Yeah. Come on, Mike. Ah. Ooh, I felt that, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Glad you're out there, folks. Tuned in. Roger along with Rob, along with Charles Frazier.
Yes, indeed.
Happy birthday, Elvis. Mississippi's own, the King. Can we still call him? We still call him the King, right?
Yeah.
No, we better.
You better.
Yeah. He's down there in the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience. The whole
Well,
thing.
he's not really down there. Just
No picture.
yeah.
You need to
presence,
tell me he's
music.
actually down there.
Well, he might be. If he is, he's 90. Today.
He's the guy with the mop.
Now, think about what if Elvis had lived till 90? What do you think he'd be doing right now? I mean, what would
You think he would have lived till 90?
I'm saying if he would have, if he was here.
Changed his lifestyle and started
would-
eating the greens and, you know.
Would he'd probably still had his hair. He looked like he had a good, healthy head of hair. He wouldn't be bald, would he?
I don't know.
Maybe a silver hair.
Silver toupee?
Yeah,
Could be.
well,
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I like Ted Danson.
He would definitely still have the lamb chop sideburns.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. That was a 70s thing. You know?
I know it. I know it.
A little goatee in the 90s, you know. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I could see him going to Vegas and say, "Y'all don't look a thing like me."
To all of them. You know, there's a bunch of those in Memphis, too, by the way.
Oh,
so-
okay. Yeah, a lot of impersonators.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Move
my
it there.
fallback. If everything else goes, I'm just going to dress up and
Yeah,
put the
don't
wig
really
on,
look
the
like-
lamb chops, and the
Good.
metal
Go
sunglasses.
for it, yeah. I'm working in a convenience store in Memphis.
Yeah, I think that'll be $5.95. Sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. very much.
Yeah, you wanted 2 Slurpees. I'm sorry. All right, welcome back. We're having some fun here. Hope you are too. You can be part of the show. 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. Put you on the show. This show brought to you in part by our good friends right down the road, and I'm talking about the good folks there at the Magnolia Restaurant.
That's right, inside the Queen City Truck Stop, exit 150. Today, Wednesday, you know what we got?
What?
We got chicken and dumplings.
Oh.
Ooh,
Wow.
man. It's cold outside, and that is a good warm meal. That'll warm you up right there. And, of course, we got fried or grilled pork chops. Who wants the grilled? Get the fried. I mean, it's the only way to go. Chicken tenders, fried chicken, hamburger steaks with onions and gravy. Of course, they always got the veggie plates and the Biggie Burger. How big is it, Rob?
Huge.
It is the humongous hamburger, but they call it the Biggie
2
Burger.
meals in one.
It is, or 3 maybe. Depends how
Or
hungry
if
you
you're
are.
a fat guy, it's a meal.
Or maybe an appetizer.
Possibly.
But that's fine. We don't judge. Well, we do, but anyway. And, of course, if you're a long-haul truck driver, or even if you're not, you just got a long day ahead of you, you know what? Go down and get you the long-haul breakfast. That thing will keep you going all day long. The service is friendly. The coffee is hot. You always meet some interesting folks down there at the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. And here's the thing to do. If you got a lunch break, call them, 601-482-0259. Order some food, hot and ready by the time you get there. Take it back to your office. It's just that easy.
Easy.
It's
Love
like
it.
fast food, but it's good quality and made in-house.
Nice hot meal.
That's right.
It's a nice hot meal.
Nice hot meal.
A nice hot meal.
All right. The Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. Go see them.
All right, Rob, you've been telling us Queen City News Feed has posted so far the municipal candidates
All right.
who have filed for
Drum roll, please.
for election.
For mayor, Roger Burke. For mayor.
Wow.
Wait a minute, I've been at the moving truck.
Must have been drunk.
I don't want to get the wrong idea, but I did look into that. I would have to live in Meridian like 2 years before the
Oh, it's
election.
2 years. Really?
I
You
think
can't
I
just
think
move
it's
there.
I think it's 2 years.
Okay.
So we couldn't move today and become a candidate. Would
I
we?
don't really want to.
As of yesterday, at 5 o'clock, the folks that had obviously went down and filled out the paperwork, paid the qualifying fee and all that other kind of stuff. As of yesterday, there's only 2 candidates right now for mayor, both on the Democratic side, Percy Bland and Jimmy Smith.
That's Percy Bland III, sir.
Yeah, well,
Oh. Percy 3. All right.
And it's amazing.
Maybe that's just for third term. Maybe that's what that's
That's what it is, right?
And it's amazing they both qualified on the 2nd. So I like how Cash Matlock did this. He put all the qualifying dates of when they filed their paperwork, and they both did it on the same day on January the 2nd.
Well, now the government offices were closed, I would assume,
Right.
New Year's
Yeah.
Day. So that was the earliest day that they could qualify. Okay.
Came out of the gate running.
That's it. I'm ready.
As of right now, no candidates on the Republican side. Democratic Party for council. No candidates have filed yet. And remember, as of yesterday, they still have until the 31st of this month to qualify.
Right.
No candidates in Ward 1 for Democrat, none for Ward 2. There is one candidate so far that has filed for the Democratic Party in Ward 3 for council. That is LaQuincy Kimbrough, filed on January the 3rd. And how about this, guys? Ward 4. Miss Ramondi Walker, of course, she's seeking re-election. She qualified on the 2nd. And how about this? A name from the past on the council before, Kim Houston. Filed on January the 6th. So we have two folks running in Ward 4 on the Democratic side. Democratic side, Ward 5, we had two candidates that both qualified on the 2nd of January, Brandon Rue and Shirley Bolden Goodwin. On the Republican side, we have one candidate so far in Ward 1. That is Mr. Elliot Brewer. He qualified on the 2nd. And the only other candidate that has filed so far in any of the wards on the Republican side, here's a familiar name to folks, Ward 3, Beverly Henson. Qualified on January the 2nd. Of course, the Henson name, that's obviously very familiar. Miss Barbara Henson, of course, served on the council for many, many years. So Miss Beverly's going to give it a shot there.
Filed on the day, right? Yeah, after the 1st.
Yeah, the primary, I'm glad Cash put this on the Queen City Newsfeed article, guys. The primary will be April the 1st.
Okay.
Runoff will be April 22nd if that gets to that point. And then the general election for municipal voters will be on June the 3rd. And if you want to run, the qualification deadline is January 31st at 5 p.m. So that was the list as of yesterday. So, and I got a feeling there's going to be a few more folks that are going to
More to come.
Yeah, more to come.
Stay tuned.
So there you go.
I'm sorry, guys. Am I the only one who finds humor in the fact that our municipal primary is going to be on April Fool's Day?
I think they designed it that way, don't you think?
I don't know.
Surely they're not running. There's got to be some kind of.
So obviously, I guess the two interesting races so far. Obviously, mayor is going to get the top headline. So you got two guys who ran a pretty heated primary, 4 years ago, and now Kim Houston throwing her name back into the mix for another crack at running for the council. So.
I think obviously the list will increase. It's still early yet, and probably it could happen like on the 30th.
Yeah. We've seen some of them go right up to the deadline.
Yeah,
so,
they just kind of sit back in the pack and see who puts their name on. But
yeah, because the 31st is on a Friday, so we'll see what happens.
Because if everybody runs for mayor, for example, that we heard was going to run.
Yeah, exactly. I heard so-and-so's going to... Well, really? You heard that, huh? Where'd you hear that from?
Do they have
Facebook?
It was on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's done deal, man.
Done deal, yeah.
That's it. They're running.
I saw their name on Facebook, so that means they're running. So,
So that's the early lineup of the municipal elections for Meridian.
Okay.
So kind of interesting. So, but we were on the break talking about something. But here's a reality. We in the county, we don't get to participate. So and since I'm also not in that district where Charles Young was the representative, I won't be participating in that election either.
not here.
So I won't be involved in voting anytime. But you did say during the break, we can, if there's a candidate out there, we can affect maybe the results by contributing to their campaign.
We can, and I think that we in the county think that we're helpless and we can't do anything about it. Well, no, that's not true at all. We can get behind candidates and support them, and I think that it's very important that we do so because the future of Meridian affects the future of Lauderdale County. We're all in this together. Now we don't have the right to vote as it stands right now. Maybe
Which
in the
that
future
makes
we could
I get that. I complain and argue about it, but yeah, I get it. Just because you own property, that doesn't make you
Nah.
I think that if you own property, you should have the choice of saying, I'm going to use that property as my primary voting address. It doesn't have to be a residence, but why not? And so I'm going to abdicate my vote. I'm going to say I'm not going to vote in the county, but I will vote in the city instead.
I like that.
And, that way, now it does give people the opportunity to go around buying up different properties and saying,
that's what a Republican would. That's what a Republican would do.
But
Now,
they can only vote in that district. So
Democrat would vote in both places.
You mean we can't vote both places?
That's a great idea. You choose. I'm a property owner. I have this property here in town, so I'm going to choose this, and I'll forgo having my voter registration in my residence outside the city.
And many people who do own homes in the county, and that's their primary residence, have businesses in the city, and that's their primary investment. Am I right? So you've got more money vested in the city, yet you are denied that right to vote because you actually sleep, even though you spend more time in the city probably. You actually lay your head down.
Now you make a very fine point, because I have paid a lot more city taxes than I have county taxes, and I live in the county.
Yeah.
Good point.
As do I. And so, I think that, I don't know if there's a model for that sort of thing, or if it's just always based on the residents. And
this is the Trump era. We can do anything right now.
Well, I think that
we're going to rename the Gulf. We're going to take Greenland,
honesty,
and we're going to change the voting in the municipal elections.
I spend more hours per week in the restaurant than I do in my home.
There you go, bingo.
And so where do I really live? I might sleep at home.
Well,
sometimes I sleep at the restaurant, but
I think your wife. I think your wife designed it that way.
Oh. Will you go to work, please? Don't you need to be at work? Yeah,
I tell you what. Yeah, we'll go in the restaurant business. You'll be the proprietor.
I'll be at home.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
I like this. Good. Hey Tricia, good job. Good job.
I did get a question a few seconds ago about the current members in the city council. Of course, Walker, she is currently on the council. So what about the other members? Are they going to run? Now, the one we know that is not running, who is retiring, is George Thomas. He has said that he is not going to run, so he is going to retire. So that's going to leave a seat open. Of course, Houston is going to challenge Miss Walker there in that one particular ward. We'll see if there's other candidates come out of there, but the other current council members, 3 of those have obviously not qualified yet, and a lot of the questions are, will they run again, or will they seek a higher office? Catch my drift.
Let's see, higher than the council. Let's see. That gotta be. Would be dog. Wouldn't be animal control.
No, we got a good one of those.
Or young seat. Now, when's qualification for that? I know it's a special election.
The special election's March 25th. I would imagine it would probably be the same time as this. I'm not sure. I have to look that up, but I wouldn't think the window would be too terribly long for that. So. But it's like when Jeff Tate called here earlier this week. That is.
I couldn't follow all that. There were so many different elections. You're voting there and there. You might have to vote the same day, different places.
And that's what's going to make it a big challenge for folks out there, is reminding them over and over again, because it is a very confusing process. Well, I feel the worst for is Donna Jill. She's going to get a lot of calls.
Let's start now and make this as simple as we can. Basically, there's going to be the 25th. There's going to be the special election for the representative.
March 25th.
What did I say?
You said the 25th, but no month.
Yeah, March 25th.
The month was important.
Yeah, March 25th. That will be the election for representative, filling the seat vacated by Charles Young.
February 3rd, qualifying date for 82.
So qualify the 3rd.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeff. March 25th, the election. All right, listen carefully. Try to avoid confusion here. And then on the 1st, April Fool's Day, is municipal elections. So special election 25th, April Fool's Day, municipal elections. All right. The runoff, should there be for any candidates in either race, the runoff will be all on the 22nd
of April,
which means you conceivably could be voting. If you're inside the city, you'd be voting for your city municipal runoff on the 22nd at one precinct, and you probably could have to go to another precinct for District 82 people,
which one not in anyway,
to vote for whoever's in the runoff in that election.
Gotcha. Okay.
But basically, hopefully, it all gets resolved on the 22nd.
Yes.
So
That's what we hope for.
And by the way, guys, I've already gotten messages from some of these folks who qualified. I got a message last night from Elliot Brewer. He's running for Ward 1. He wants to come on the show soon. So we will be extending those invitations out. I kind of want to wait till we get through the end of the qualifying process, and then we'll schedule all those interviews and get these folks in.
And I'm making my list of a long list of really hard questions.
You mean we can actually ask them questions?
Wait,
Oh
what?
yeah.
They don't have to answer though.
Can we ask the current mayor any question we want?
Jeff says, "Congrats, Roger, you got it right."
Yeah.
Hey, so at least we can.
Jeff, work on that income tax, please.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I'll inform the people about the election, Jeff. You get over there, get the income tax taken off there.
Yeah, take it off there.
And while you're at it, would you throw in the grocery tax too?
Go ahead and work on that. Yeah.
It's okay if you raise the sales tax a couple cents. I'm okay with that. That way, everybody gets to pay. Because that's what they would have to
Well,
do.
I understand where you're going with that.
Yeah, they would have to do that.
Right.
Yep.
If you want to offset the decline of income tax. But that makes so much sense because only half of the people in Mississippi pay income tax. Whereas if you had it worked into the sales tax and eliminate the other, it's everybody's participating. Even drug dealers have to pay.
Well, now, if you are on EBT, then do you pay taxes on that? Or I guess the government pays their own taxes. You know what I mean? So, and how many are on that assisted groceries? And then
I don't see how you would pay tax. You
wouldn't.
pay grocery taxes. Well, I'm sure you'd
but
have
the
to
government's paying themselves pretty much, aren't they?
pay. They've done
if
that for a
they're
long
paying.
time. That's a long-standing tradition.
That is
paying
a-
me. All right, nothing new.
I have to ask a retail person in the grocery line if they could tell us, EBT.
Do they eliminate tax? Is there a little button that says no tax? And then, I mean, it's all going on. I mean, the government's paying
I
for
would
it
be willing
anyway. So,
Well, I think you have something different. I think you have a conglomeration of federal funds coming in the EBT program, and then therefore, but the state sales tax is the state sales tax. So basically, that's a way the state could get tax
from the government,
from the federal government.
Oh, there you go.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
I
Get
bet
some
you
of that Ukraine money. We want some of that.
we got
I agree. I agree on that last one.
601-485-9191. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Howdy.
Hey, welcome, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Have
I didn't see your name on any of these things here.
Well,
You got a few weeks to qualify.
Okay.
fools' names, fools' place. Faces always seen in public places.
Wow. Especially on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tell us why you really called.
Well, I had a question I posed to a county resident a day or so ago, asking them if they had received their notice for ad valorem taxes, which for decades I have always received at the end of the year, maybe late November or December.
Okay.
I haven't received mine here in the city, and neither had the county resident.
Interesting.
Well, do you suppose the post office is going to pay those taxes with the money that the millions that they took?
Yeah.
Are they going to pay my ad valorem taxes if I owed any?
Sounds like they got the money in the bank.
Well, I just wonder why they're all of a sudden. And here was my reply about them not being out yet, because previously there has always been a notation on that ad valorem billing or itemization that informs the payer that if the amount isn't paid by the first day of February or second day of February, I think it is, that it becomes subject to a late fee.
Interesting.
Is that the hook?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but now when you talk about ad valorem, you're not talking. This is a whole lot different than the property taxes that we got back in November, right?
Did you get one in November?
If you're talking about the Christmas card from Doris Speidel, yeah, I got plenty of those.
Okay. Well, I haven't gotten one here in the city, and neither had the county resident.
Oh, I see. So you're looking for your yellow card or
Well, that's
whatever color it is. Okay.
That's the one that has the notice that if it is unpaid,
by February 2, I think it is, that it's subject to a late fee, and I don't remember the percentage, maybe 2% or something, whatever it is.
So you're suggesting the hang-up is in the Postal Service?
Oh no, I'm just funning you. I'm simply saying, did some people get them and some people haven't?
Yeah.
Are they lost in the snail mail?
Well, I can say when it comes to our property taxes, yep, receive the card, pay the bills. Boy, and we feel it too.
So some people, and you are one of those.
Of course, I'm in the county.
Your,
I'm in the county, yes.
Yeah, and you're in the county. Also at Russell, as was the other party, which I inquired.
They say they did not get theirs?
They have not gotten theirs.
Interesting. I would make an inquiry with the tax office, say, hey, I don't have it, so what do I need to do here?
Well, that grace period I thought was kind of nice to allow you not to accrue a late fee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's kind of like the bank cards, credit cards. And that's the way it's set up. If you make a partial payment, the balance that is unpaid is subject to the
percentage of interest. Yeah,
correct,
or fine, or whatever they want to call it. Late fee. It's a late fee.
It's not fine.
It's not. No, it's not fine. No, it's not. Well, I hope that you get that sorted out, because I don't know what the deal is there.
Well, I don't have to pay it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just out of curiosity, having not received it. That's something I always expected. And now that I've reached the age and my slum property is exempt due to the value of it.
Wished I lived in a slum property.
I can help you out.
There you go. Hey, not to worry. It's going to happen soon enough. Not to worry.
I got you. It's what we call a fixer-upper.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll be downsizing one of these days.
It's a Fizbo.
Fizbo. I like that. There's a Fizbo.
Well, thank you.
Hey, thank you for the phone call.
Goodbye.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. Hope you're having a good day. Want you to go down and tell the folks down at Purvis Business Machines how much we appreciate them.
That's right. They've been in business, since 1979.
Wow.
How long is that? 46 years this year. Wow. They're doing it right down there. And, of course, we've got a Purvis Business Machine here in the studio. Prints out all our documents.
Looking at it.
Yep, it's fantastic. I've got one in my office.
Got one in my offices.
And you know why I have that machine? Because of the service. Well, the price was good, too, but the service is phenomenal. And all I've got to do is call up when I need toner. I call them, and then it's delivered. I mean, you can't beat that. I don't have to
now, what
figure
about
out which model I've got and try to get the right
What
toner.
if I wanted to print something instead of black and white? I want to print it in color.
Whoa, you want to go color? They've got lease return color copiers. You can save up to 85% on those.
Oh!
Yes, 85% savings. You cannot beat that. And, of course, what's great about Purvis, they'll come install it, and they'll connect all your devices for you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to figure out which cord goes where and how do I do that. What's that passcode? Nope, don't worry about that. Purvis does it all. And, of course, their motto, service, not excuses. Since 1979, all you got to do is go see them at 4505 Highway 39. Give them a call, 601-693-COPY, or go to their website, gopurvis.com.
We take pride in taking care of you.
Thank you, Rob, for doing the tag.
Wow.
Good job. I like that.
I wonder if the Purvises are thanking him for that.
We'll find out.
Let's get
Probably not.
Mornings in Meridian. Hope you're having a good morning. We're going to have to take a break for Fox News. We will come back. We'll take your calls. We'll join Fox News now in progress. The second hour of the two best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. We always love including our Alabama friends because...
That's right.
Oh, there we go.
You include them.
we usually have Ted in the studio.
That's right.
I love it. All right. But we also have Rob Atkinson here with us.
Good morning.
Then there's Charles Frazier.
And then there is.
And, of course, our phone number is easy to remember. It's 601-485-9191. That's how you get on the show with us. So let's go to the phones. What do you say, guys?
Let's
Let's do it.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh!
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and bah humbug.
Is this the first time we've talked to you this year?
Yes, it is. I couldn't get through last time.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Well, I'm glad you did. So glad
I
you're here.
felt neglected.
Neglected. And when Joe feels neglected,
Neglect Joe.
you better watch out because you're going to cry.
That's right.
So, Joe, what's on your mind this new year? Happy New Year to you. What's going on?
Thank you. Have you all read about this H.R. 82, the Social Security Fairness Act of 23?
No.
You're gonna. She's gonna
Enlighten us.
She's gonna educate us.
President, on January 5th, 2025, the president signed into law H.R. 82, the Social Security Fairness Act of 23. The law repeals the windfall elimination provision and government pension offset provision, both of which could reduce Social Security benefits when somebody received a pension based on work that was not covered by Social Security. The law applies with respect to benefits payable for months after December. Wait a minute, I got to get the next page. The bill also repeals that would eliminate, in some instances, Social Security received pension disability benefit from an employer that did not withhold Social Security. These changes are effective for benefits payable after December 2023. So I'm confused.
I feel confused now.
So does that mean if you get a government pension, like if you work for the police department or if you get a widow's pension from the military, those people want their money back. So does that mean you don't have to pay it back? And they're not going to take it out of your Social Security? I don't understand how this is going to work.
I think my understanding is that the bill, if there's any sort of credit given to people who receive other pensions and things like that, and so they reduce the Social Security from the government for that reason because they're getting pensions, it eliminates that. So it should give more money to those seniors who have a private pension from a company as well as their Social Security that they are due. So that's on the surface, that's what it seems to be.
Yeah, but what makes no sense is that they're talking about the windfall, which means, like, if the Veterans Administration gives you a pension from your widow's pension from your military husband, right? So now once you get Social Security, the VA wants their money back, dollar for dollar.
But it eliminates the windfall elimination provision, which in some instances reduces Social Security benefits for individuals. So it will not reduce that anymore.
Okay, so when does that go into effect? That's the next question. And also, if people are already doing this and paying Social Security back, paying the VA or paying their government pensions back, so does that mean they're going to go back any further and pay them their money, or is this effective immediately?
Retroactive. Yeah, no, I doubt that. It does go into effect. It says any benefits payable after December 2023. So January 1, I guess it went into effect.
Okay, so that means you only got a year's back of your money, right?
I guess it depends on each individual circumstance. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, I'm just saying. So if you were getting a widow's pension, it'll only retroactive back to 23 and not back to whenever you started getting the pension, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine that it qualifies going ahead, not anything in the past, I wouldn't think.
Okay. All right. Like I said, it's very vague how they've got it written.
It always is. Those are laws. You got to be a lawyer to understand them.
Yeah, you have to read between the lines. But anyway,
Well, next time you call, Joe, call with something easier.
Yeah, these are tough.
This is kind of
to
tough.
use your brains and explain things to people.
Joe, I was going to ask you, what do you think about Trump's idea of renaming the Gulf of Mexico?
The Gulf of America. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
The Gulf of America.
I think that's great. I mean, why did it all of a sudden become? I don't understand. There's more landmass, I think, for the United States than there is for Mexico, right?
In the Gulf, well, it's a good amount.
Probably,
both,
probably
but-
a good equality there, but
Yeah.
still, I just trying to figure out. First of all, I got to go back. Who named it first? Was it the Spaniards back in the 1700s?
Some cartographer back in the day named it just randomly.
But anyway, the point is, also, I really liked on the New York Post, they had a map on the cover of New York Post today. They had a map showing the new names, and one of them was down in Panama, naming it Panamaga.
Panamaga. Why don't we call it the American Canal?
Pana.
I mean, it is the Americas.
So what happened in France with Trudeau? He stepped down from the party, but he's still the president? I mean, I don't understand how that works either.
You mean Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they do things up there. It's like, yeah, I'm going to resign.
It's all about hockey. They play a hockey game, and they figure out who the president's going to be.
Oh Lord, here we go. We're gonna get poor Zane riled up.
Oh,
now.
no. I did mention hockey. Okay.
But yeah, I think I like the way that Trump was. He really ought to thank Trudeau, because it gave him a reason to come back with something very strong to say when Trump said we'll make Canada the 51st state. Trudeau was able to stand up there with both hands on his hip and say it'll be a cold day in hell before.
It'll be a cold day in Canada before that happens.
Yeah.
So gave him something strong to
Right.
say.
Oh, stop.
Wow, is that all he had?
That's it.
And then he resigned.
But what do you think? What do you think of all this smack that Trump is talking right now?
What do you mean smack?
Yeah.
Look at all the people he's put in place. Listen to the people that he put in place, what they have to say. I mean,
Well, I'm talking about, hey, we should have Greenland. It's national security, and we should have. We'll make Canada 51st
Right.
state,
And we'll rename the Gulf of
if they,
Mexico.
and he qualified that though, by the way. If the Mexicans don't stop their massive, influx of immigrants across their border, our
But
border with
I
them,
think you bring up a great point. What's his end game? Why is he doing this?
that's the big question.
I think that's a good question.
well, like I said, pay attention to the people that he's putting in position. I like Kash Patel a lot. I like J.D. Vance a lot. I mean, I'm starting to pay attention to the people that he's actually picking, because they are strong people like he is.
Mhm.
And they are not backing down. And I remember that Cash said that once he becomes, I think, isn't he the head of the CIA or the FBI?
FBI director. Yeah.
FBI. He said he was going to shut the whole thing down day one, and he was going to turn the FBI building into a museum, and he was going to take all of those people and put them out in the field and make them earn their check.
Out in the field, right, doing police
No,
work.
you're not talking about the ones that are already working at home. They're already out in the field, supposedly. They're working from home.
Yeah, right,
living room.
supposedly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he said if they don't want to come back to the office, that he was going to fire all of them, which is a good idea, because that's less taxes we got to pay for those less government jobs that don't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
absolutely.
think it says it all whenever you hear the quote. I forget which interview I heard. This was on probably Fox, but they were talking about the president of Ukraine.
Zelensky.
How do you say that name?
Zelensky.
So he says when he comes back from a visit with Trump, he says, when he visits with dignitaries, when he comes back, say from Biden or talking with other people, he says nobody asked him what did he say. He says when he comes back from talking with Trump, everybody asked him what did Trump say. It's like, yeah, everybody's kind of yawning over the previous administration, but now that Trump's out there, he's like shaking the world up. Because,
Well, you can't understand what Biden said.
Well, that's true.
What did he say?
Yeah.
At the same time, you got to understand, Trump has got a lot of lawsuits against the media, and they found out that they've been lying and saying very hurtful things against him, and they're putting themselves in the libel suit. So that's why they're really concerned about what Trump's saying, because they don't want to jump on that bandwagon, because, I mean, a lot of them are already getting sued, and he's got a lot more in line, too.
Yeah. But
And we got this truth in advertising, we have truth in lending. How come we can't have truth in government? I mean, come on.
I mean, come on.
Don't hold your
now.
breath.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't holding my
Well, I
breath.
think you're about to have the most transparent
Crazy talk.
presidency you've had in 4 years.
Right, exactly, and that's what everybody's been waiting for.
And I'll just quote my wife when I was leaving the house this morning. She just said, "I love it." She just absolutely loves what he's doing. I mean, she is excited. She just loves it.
Of course you do.
Mixing it up.
Yep. Well, I got to get to work. You know I love y'all.
All right, love
Can't you just work from home?
I wish.
She doesn't work for the government.
Ah, that's right. That's right. I get you now.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. 601-485-9191. That's the talk line.
You talked about this whole Gulf of America idea. It seems like that Haz's girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Oh, boy.
is swiftly serving up legislation to enact the idea.
Well, but
Gulf
I
of
think you bring up
America.
the great question. Why is he doing all things? You know, he's got. They seem absurd.
Well-
Hey, let's take over Greenland. You know, kind of like annexing Crimea. But you know, let's rename the Gulf of Mexico. Let's take over Canada. What's the end game? Why is he doing it?
He's got a chess game going on.
Oh, he
and I
does?
don't know what the end game is,
There's something.
except that this is kind of the beginning of it. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
but you know what he's doing? If nothing else, right now he is totally distracting the media. They are
Right.
totally focused on this,
And that could
he's
be the
like,
whole reason.
Hey, you know, look at there's nothing to see over here. You know, and,
The guy's
and-
really crazy.
and, yeah, well, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
he's making them all angry. All the Dems are angry over this. Well, now, why are they angry? But these things, it's almost like he's coming up with these absurd ideas.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bit ridiculous. Now,
Yeah.
there may be some truth to the Greenland thing. Who knows? I mean, what would happen
Now,
there? But-
we came
but-
up with a name for the Gulf that I think is even better because Gulf of America. That's a lot
it's
of
hard to
syllables.
say.
You know, Gulf of Mexico. But now, a lot of syllables, but yet flows together well.
Flows.
Gulf of Mississippi.
Oh, because what flows into the Gulf?
The Mississippi River.
Oh, that's exactly right. We ought to call it the Gulf of Mississippi.
Landmass,
The Gulf of landmass. That doesn't flow.
The
but it doesn't
landmass
make
Gulf.
sense.
or
there
just
you
or just cut it, just say America,
America.
Gulf of America.
Gulf America.
Gulf of America.
Gulf of Mississippi.
America.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
The
major-
American Sea. All right.
Okay.
Well, I like it. That's okay with me.
All
you know,
right.
I mean, who's to say that just because some Spaniard back in the whatever, you know,
The Redneck Riviera. I mean,
and
if we call it
nothing
anyway.
against
I mean,
Spaniards. I
let's-
like Spain. I've been to Spain. I like it. I like Spaniards, but you know, obviously that's probably who named it.
like Spanish food.
Because Trump said the Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
It's a beautiful
That's what he
name.
said. What a beautiful
It's a
name.
beautiful name. And Greenland. I mean, that's such a beautiful name.
The
Greenland.
Gulf of Trump. It doesn't really
Well, I
flow
guess
either.
you saw Don Jr. was in Greenland yesterday.
Just a personal visit.
visiting. Just visiting. Just a tourist because it's one of those tourist destinations.
That's right.
Everybody goes to
He was
Greenland,
like, "Listen, Junior,
especially in the winter.
I want you to go to Greenland, distract him a little bit, put some
Right.
X videos up there, just get him distracted."
We're
you
gonna
know?
build the fully
Not
enclosed.
the same kind of extra videos as Hunter did, but anyway, ooh, that's a different kind of X.
We'll build the first fully enclosed 18-hole golf course and club.
Yeah, ice golfing.
Ice golfing.
Ice golfing.
There's ice fishing. Why not ice golfing? I mean, come on.
Greenlandia. Let's take a phone call here. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Ruth.
We have such short memories. You know, what we have to remember is that this negative press that Trump gets, he deserves, because when he first came on board, he started this whole thing about fake news. That's when it first popped up. And then on the time when he was elected and what's her name was there with him when they announced the results, he was not expecting to win. He wasn't ready for anything. She asked him at the time when they were talking, why did he do that? Why did he start off with the fake news? Because everybody knows how the news people were on his back and that kind of thing. And he told her, this is Leslie Stahl, he told her that the reason why he coined the term fake news was because when he did something that was wrong and he would say fake news, people would believe that he see somebody, he had made it up. That was his confession. He is the person who started this whole war against him by the press, by starting off with this nonsense. And
probably started. If you go back to your own words there, it kind of goes back to when the press started really attacking him. So then he counters.
No. He started with the fake news.
What you just said. What you just said is that so when the news cycle says something bad about me, that's that was his response. That was your words, not mine.
No. I'm saying that the fake news. He was the one who said. Who started the whole term fake news.
Oh, yeah. He used the term fake news.
All right, but the whole thing was if he would say, if he did something wrong, if he did something wrong and he would say fake news, that people would believe him. That also means that when he did something wrong, when he did something wrong that was correct, he could follow fake news. He could say fake news, and then the people would believe him. And basically, that did. He even had the audacity to get there at one of the colleges to say it is just that was shortly after he had won and everything. He said, I'm just it is just awesome. I'm sort of paraphrasing here now. He was telling this group of students, I can go out there on Fifth Street, on Fifth Avenue, and shoot somebody in the head. All right, and it would not affect how my base people feel about me. It is just I'm quoting him, and we keep forgetting kinds of things. No, he said that. I don't think you can go back and check it out.
I didn't say you didn't. I said I'm listening to you.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying the whole thing. I really believe that with the whole thing of that thing that happened to him. About most about the lose his life. He probably did go through some changes, and I'm looking forward to see what it is he's doing. But I still think that we cannot just all of a sudden believe that we just have a totally different kind of human being in front of us now. And we have a changed one, yes, but then we still have to keep our eyes open because I'm still remembering all of the things that I guess with me. I will always have this feeling of negativity toward him because of the way he treats women and the way he feels about them. There are 19 women here still waiting to testify about this man who you're just going anywhere you want to go, putting your hands anywhere you want to put them, this kind of thing. We still haven't heard from them, and I want to know when are we going to give them a chance to say what they need to say. All right, but on the other hand,
30 seconds.
As I said before, I'm looking forward. I think we have some things going on. And then he's coming out here now talking about changing all kinds of things to get our minds off of other kinds of things. I mean, everybody's talking about what kind of nonsense is there?
15 seconds.
Jumping up and down.
15 seconds.
Jumping up and down about the Gulf of America and all that. What is it? Who cares? What are we? Is that going to keep us?
All right, thank you. We've got to take a break. It's Mornings in Meridian. It is the 2 best hours of local live talk. Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there, tuned in. Roger, along with Rob and Charles.
And Charles. And that guy over there.
Yeah. Happy birthday to, what's it, Mike Reno, lover boy. He's 70 years old today.
Working for the weekend.
That's what he's doing. He's working for the weekend.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Everybody does that, don't they?
I'm working through the weekend.
Here's Shirley Bassey. She's 88.
Bassey or Bassey?
Yeah, I need to play some of her. She did like 3 Bond
James
themes.
Bond, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she was. Who's done 3 Bond?
Old finger.
That's it. You remember? Yes. Diamonds are forever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's take. Let's see other birthdays. Who's jumping off the page at me here? And, there's just so many people I don't know. Oh well. God bless them. There you have it.
Don't care.
Well, the late David Bowie, though, born on this day in 1947.
Bowie or Bowie?
Bowie.
Bowie.
Yeah, that's the one.
Who knows?
David Bowie.
You make that knife?
Elvis Presley, born in 1935. And the Doors, Robbie, is it Krieger?
Yeah.
79.
Okay. Still kicking.
There you go.
We're still playing.
Still playing. Hey, it's Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there tuned in. And, of course, we want to thank our good folks at Battery One Source for being there with us because, I've always said it, and I mean it. If you want to start something, go to Battery One Source.
That's right. Go see John Dufour. He's so nice. They named him twice.
Yeah.
John Dufour down at Battery One Source, 2618 North Frontage Road, in between exit 152 and 153. They got batteries for every need.
Mm-hmm.
Every need and description. Watches, remotes, cell phones, even laptop computers. Of course, they got the battery tenders, maintainers, cables, and they'll test your batteries for free. Cell phone broken? They got the best cell phone repair guy in the business. Go see Sid. He'll fix you up. And, of course, they're open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, 26 North Front 52 and 153, 601-693-1500.
All right, that is Battery One Source. And let's take a call here at Mornings in Meridian. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
You guys ain't lost a bit.
Hey, Citizen Solly.
Citizen.
Did you send up the signal?
Y'all still have the ability to do let's remind the former sheriff or something.
What are you saying, sir?
What are we doing?
Say it again.
Let's. You guys haven't lost it a bit. Y'all still can remind the former sheriff.
Oh, what did we remind you of, Sheriff?
Well, John Dufour has let me down twice now.
Uh-oh. I don't believe it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Exception to that.
Yeah, back several months ago, he sold me a battery and didn't come out and hold the light and tell me how to do it. And I messed up big time on my son's motorcycle. Well, this week, my mother-in-law, who's 84, needed a battery implant for her battery on her pacemaker because it's wore out.
Oh, well.
John didn't have any in stock.
I bet he couldn't install it either. Yeah.
Okay.
That's something a little different.
All right. Yeah,
okay.
That's the pacemaker. Yeah, I think do we need to make a disqualifier on that?
Anything but pacemaker batteries. Don't go up there for John Dufour.
Yeah, not pacemaker batteries.
Some things not included.
Right.
Well, I hope that you found. You found your dear one a battery for the pacemaker.
She is having that done tomorrow, so I'll be hosting my 2 sister-in-laws at my house today and tonight.
Oh, very good.
Hopefully, we don't have a cat fight before it's all over with.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you! I think you've just started one.
Yeah, pretty much. There it goes. Yeah. Go to Battery One Source or invite your sisters-in-law over. Yeah, that's one way.
Well, listen, I couldn't help but a while ago listening to you guys about Mr. H called in about somebody knew they were supposed to pay taxes, but because they haven't received their notification that perhaps it's not their fault if their taxes aren't paid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way a lot of society thinks these days. I know I'm supposed to do it. I know it's a law. I know it's a regulation. But if the government doesn't remind me, then I don't have to do what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, so, okay.
It's kind of like we know we're supposed to wear a seatbelt, but if nobody sees me.
If they don't remind me.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Salt in the wound.
Well, it's not a crime if you're not caught, right? I mean, I don't know.
Only thing is, he was.
Oh, Roger has been several times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was caught $45 worth.
That's
That's just the way society is these days.
I like to buy $45 worth of not wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Is that a voucher we
Enjoy
can
that.
get? You know,
Yeah, I like one of those.
buy some credit.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a credit. It's just a fee. It's a fee for not wearing.
It's
a
a
seatbelt.
privilege for not wearing. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Privilege fee.
You don't have to wear one, but you got to pay a fee.
Right.
And people
Every
always
time.
say that they get tickets. No, they don't. They get invitations to justice court.
Oh,
there we go.
That's
yeah.
right. Special.
Cordially
invitation.
invited. Black tie event.
I think it's cool now that you don't write tickets anymore. They just print them out of a little machine, don't they?
Absolutely. The cross pen company's going out of business because law enforcement doesn't use cross pens anymore.
Oh man, yeah, that was a big thing in the day.
Oh yeah, you were.
Now,
You know,
I'll
really-
take that back. I can't really believe that law enforcement used cross pens because I thought the biggest fun of writing a ticket was clicking that pen right before you did it.
That's true.
Having them pretty silver cross pens or gold pens, if you had rank, hey, that was important.
Got them cross pens sticking out, so you have to take it out and twist it to start writing.
Twist
So
it. Mm-hmm.
no clicking.
And you always made sure you had a black one and a blue one.
Okay. Yeah.
You took that pencil one and put it in the drawer.
Yeah, I don't need a pencil.
No, that's
I don't know why people give pencil sets. I mean, we don't need the pencil. We need the pen. Get 2 pens in there. But anyhow, yeah, that's so you're calling out Mr. Heidelberg by saying, "Hey,
I
just
didn't call him by name. You did.
Oh, you did, yes. Yeah, I know it. Sheriff was very careful. Yeah.
oh, that's why he was the sheriff for so long."
Yeah.
I just said Mr. H.
Yeah,
That's
you,
right.
you did
There's
do
a
that.
lot of Mr. H's.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of folks would say that I probably should have used the Mister, but I did.
But you were really using him to call me out. That's what I'm getting out of all this.
No, for just reminding everybody that it is a law to wear your seatbelt. And
Pay your taxes.
And you'll be glad to know that because Ford Motor Company has probably put the absolute most annoying seatbelt warning in any vehicle, that I do put mine on regularly.
well, good, that's great. You got a college degree. You're educated. You're experienced in life. You know what's right and what's wrong, but sometimes it's just gets in the way.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It gets in the way.
Yep.
Should I turn this $20 I just found on the floor into the proprietor
mine.
at Weidman's, or
That's-
do I
that's
just
mine.
pocket it and
I
say,
dropped 20.
Yeah, it's a tough. It's a moral dilemma.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, society's morals are in the tubes right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we're coming back. I heard that there was a faith-based podcast that actually beat out Mr. Rogan, Joe Rogan's podcast the other day, as far as ratings go.
Okay.
The number of whatever, however they measure podcasts.
Super.
Maybe we're reaching back for our faith here. Maybe the pendulum, as I've heard people say, is swinging back a little bit.
Absolutely. Everybody needs to be careful out there. COVID is still around. Ended up in the emergency room Friday was a week ago, and I did have COVID.
Really? What were your symptoms this time of the China virus?
Mine was more the GI issues.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, we've heard enough.
Okay.
Say no more.
But
I got you.
wife, she tested positive with a home kit, and I ended up in the emergency room. I thought I was dehydrated, but I think it's an autoimmune associated with my neuropathy. That when I get sick, it says, "Oh, let's really make him uncomfortable."
Yeah, yeah. I know. All these virals get together and they say, "Who we attacking now?" It's Billy Solly. Oh, okay. Let's double up. Let's go.
Billy on board. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yep. Double
Let's hit
time.
him.
Let's
Hit
go.
him.
Yes, sir. But that's okay. We survived that one too.
Good for you. Thank you for that word of warning, and I was going to say words of encouragement. I don't know. Has he said any words of encouragement since he's been?
Really, not to us.
Okay,
No, not encouraging us.
yeah.
Right.
Just
I'm
remind.
encouraging y'all to do better.
All right.
Oh, we need to. We need a lot of
There
encouragement
you
for
go.
that. Thank you.
Very good. So good to hear from you, Citizen Solly.
Well, it's great to be alive, and looking forward to the 20th and the days following the 20th.
What's your next rock concert?
Some group called. So we're going down to New Orleans to see the Jason Bonham Experience by Led Zeppelin. But then we got some group called ACDC in Nashville.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's that group.
Norwegian Cruise Line called the wife yesterday and said, we'd like to provide you with an opportunity to book a cruise. She says, I've already got one booked with you.
How about
Too late? Yeah.
You can schedule another year ahead.
You'd be a frequent cruiser club there.
I think she's on the list.
Good deal.
Okay.
Well, we let us know when you get back from the AC/DC concert how it went. See if any songs sounded different than the others.
Yes, sir.
Me and my wife, we were in Nashville, and we would slow dance to a AC/DC song.
Dirty deeds done
Dirty deeds done dirty.
There's the
Hey,
one about the.
there's a record, crooning AC/DC.
Wow. It would be a record. Yeah.
We're on a highway. It's the highway to hell. Okay, that doesn't work.
Well, listen, guys, I hate to get off the phone, but I got to go fill deer feeders.
Yeah.
Put out some fertilizer on the food plot so they'll still stay green and attract those deer.
Sure. Well, get out there and have you filled? You should have your freezer full by now, I guess.
Well, between the granddaughter and I, we have 5.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, when I pulled in the subdivision a while ago from taking my grandson to West Lauderdale Elementary, there was a real nice shooter buck standing in one of my neighbor's front yard saying, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh.
Just waving at you.
Well,
Yep.
I'm sure you probably had something in your vehicle. You could have brought him down.
Shooting in the neighborhood is prohibited, sir.
Oh.
Shooting in the neighborhood is prohibited.
How do you define a neighborhood? Because I got people shoot behind me all the time.
Well, you have to have a homeowners association, and you have to be on the board. You have to be the vice president. Just that's the example.
We don't have a homeowners.
Ah, there you go. It's one of those HOAs.
Don't want that.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, good to hear from you, sir. Please take care. And while you're out there in those fields, be careful climbing up and down your deer stand ladders. Don't slip, fall, hurt yourself.
I'm more concerned about falling out of the Ranger myself, sir.
Okay, well, wear your seatbelt. There you go. Smack. There you
$45
go.
fine.
They have them, you know.
Yes, they do. Mine's about rusted.
I don't think they'd pull him over. I just, what do you think?
I'd never pull him over.
Not me. Yeah, okay.
By the way, some people's mentality is you got to catch me first.
Oh, that's where see we've gone full circle. It's not a break in the law if you don't get caught. Oh, well, good conversation. Thank you, sir.
You guys take care and have a great new year.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you too, Sheriff.
You too. Appreciate you. Always good to hear from Citizen now. Solid.
Can we still call him sheriff?
I
Like they call presidents.
I think I want to run that by Ward first. See what he says about that.
Yeah, good point. Ward might take exception.
All right, Barber and Son Plumbing.
You
Tell
know
us
it.
about them.
Keep it flowing.
You said they invented plumbing.
They did invent, well, almost. I mean, they've been around for 80 years, 80 plus years at this point.
Wow.
They've been doing it right. That's right. They will keep everything flowing in your home. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you got a part that's broken, bring it down or even take a picture of it, show Gary, and he's got the part in stock. And if he doesn't, he'll get it quickly. But usually they've got it in stock, and you don't have to wander around to big box stores looking for aisle 47, bin 32. You get the wrong part. You got to bring it back.
Ooh.
One-stop shopping at Barber & Sons Plumbing.
I just had post-traumatic shopping syndrome.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've had that for a while. 1123 26th Avenue, 601-482-7023. Barber & Sons Plumbing. They are the plumbing experts in town. It's where all the plumbers go. And there's a reason for that. Barber & Sons.
Barber.
Go down and see them.
That's
Get
it.
fixed. Keep it flowing.
Barber.
Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Lefty here.
Hello, Lefty.
What's up?
Can I get about 2 minutes for the Miss Sharpston rebuttal?
Oh, boy.
Please continue. Please continue.
The rebuttal.
Well, everything was all nice and everything, and I'm all happy, everything getting up, building fire, blah, blah, blah. And then and then the Debbie Downer gets on the radio. It's always something about a white man that a white man did, or a white man's fault, or something Trump
Be careful.
did.
Be
Truth is,
careful.
I am careful. I will be careful. I just wanted to remind her, what was it that the black president said? If you like your doctor, you can keep him, right? And, so I guess everybody's got their faults. But it seems like she never brings up anybody's faults except the president-to-be. Sounds like sour grapes to me. But, I think black folks had the lowest unemployment in recorded history when Trump was president. Does he get any credit for that? I just, sometimes it just really rubs me the wrong way. You know what I mean?
You know what grinds my gears?
Yeah. Well, and I was trying to point out.
The truth is the truth.
And
It just gets old,
And Trump is the type that if you come at him, he will come back at you. That's just he's going to leave you alone. He will leave you alone unless you just come at him. And then
there's no halo over his head. But I tell you right now, his better qualities are a lot better than what we got in there now. How many days is it till the U-Hauls fire up at the White House?
I think they've already had the U-Hauls there, but I think they're probably going to have to do a little cleanup in there because.
Well, the president. Well, the thing about it is,
what are all these diapers in the corner? Where does those come from?
Well, they've only got to move a mile down the road because that's where Obama's other residence is. Sorry.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. All right.
You're welcome.
Well, I think I'm going to blend me up a good cup and change the whole perspective for the day.
Now, you want a little secret I picked up on? I got a little secret there. If you'll just drop a little piece of mackerel in there, it's a great taste blend. It's a taste explosion.
Mackerel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bass mackerel.
That's got to be one of the funniest skits I think I've ever seen.
I know it.
But anyway, that's been a long time. Did you see where their 50th anniversary is coming up? This year, I think in March.
Yeah, I think it's next month
50
in March.
years since Saturday Night Live. I remember watching the very first one.
I was right there too. Yep, I was there.
The very first one, and
yep.
Okay, let's see. Trivia: Who hosted the very first show?
I want to say it was. Come on, I can think of his name. The guy that had the 7 foul words on radio.
George Carlin.
Right, man, I tell you, you're sharp as a whip, Roger.
Well, no, I couldn't remember George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now.
Yep. All right. Well, listen.
Memory like an elephant.
Good to hear from you. We got to take a break, but thanks for checking in, man.
All right, y'all have a good one. See you.
All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. I'm Roger, and I'm along with these other guys. Let's see what. It's Mornings in Meridian. Roger along with Rob and Charles.
Yep.
And we want to thank also Adams as well. Adam. Yes, indeed.
Adams down today in A class. 217 22nd Avenue, also known as Sailor Ward.
Calhoun!
Parkway, just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. conveniently located downtown, is where you will find the #1 glass replacement company here in town. Have been 10 years running. I think they know what they're doing at this point. Go see them. They're open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. You know, whether it's just a chip, a little crack in that glass needs repairing, or you need a whole windshield repair, they're the guys to do it. Adam and Adam, 601-693-GLASS. That is A&A Glass, 217 22nd Avenue.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. To the phones we go. Good morning. Welcome.
We have Mr. Heidelberg on the flip.
No longer anonymous.
Sorry about the name there, sir.
That's okay. I concur with the sheriff. Our responsibilities are our responsibility. However, my concern is due to a previous life lesson to where I was ticketed by the MPD. I did not get a notification at that time for one vehicle expired tag. Went to see the late Mr. Charles Tingle, the tax collector, and told him about the event, the numerous vehicle tags, trailer tags, motorcycle tags, elderly parents tags, and business tags, and he said properly, it's your responsibility. We send the notices as a courtesy.
Oh.
Now, my life learning experience from that is voting is my responsibility, but whom I vote for is a courtesy.
Oh, look at there. All right.
Are you on the page I'm on?
I'm on that page.
Thank you, sir.
I heard. Let me just put it this way. I heard what you just said.
Yeah. I heard that.
Thank you there.
What did Mr. Tingle say to that?
Oh, he said I could go down to the municipal court and tell it to the judge. And I did, and it took me a half a day, and that was a wonderful experience.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Did you get everything absolved?
Oh, I did.
Oh, good job.
I did.
Good job.
Just a hassle.
It was a little hassle factor.
Right. That's what we do.
But, you know, had that not happened, we would not have had this story today.
Exactly.
So thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good call. Mercy, where does the time go when you're having fun? I tell you right now. We've got to basically get out of here.
Okay.
Basically, we will.
Well, no, we have time. We have time to talk about some more friends. How about Jeffrey Wilson?
Oh, he is a friend to everybody.
How about Jeffrey Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Jeffrey.
State Farm Insurance. You know, here's the deal. When you combine your State Farm auto and home insurance, you can save an average of $889.
Average.
Call it $1,000. I mean, you know, we're right
How
there
much?
anyway. Almost $1,000 a year.
Could use that.
Call Jeffrey Wilson today, and you could use that 483-8253, or go down and see him at his office at 2401 Highway 39 North. It's important you know insurance agent. You know your insurance agent, because when you make that claim, he's the guy who's going to go to bat for you. Jeffrey Wilson is one of those. Go see him, Jeffrey Wilson, State Farm Auto Insurance.
All right. Well, there you have it. One birthday I failed to mention. Got to mention this. Just one of my all-time heroes. That's legendary game show host Bob Eubanks.
Wow.
87 years old today.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Price is Right.
No.
Price is Wrong.
The Newlywed Game.
Oh, that one.
That's
okay.
the one. Bob Eubanks. Well, with that, we'll see you all tomorrow.
Sounds
We'll do it.
good.